Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Roswell, New Mexico, Season 2, Episode 11, Linger. I have been dying for this episode. It has been a very long 2 weeks. Given that the whole world has fallen apart over the past 2 weeks, it seems, even more so than it happened before. This seems like it's been 2 months, but I'm very ready to just jump into some escapism, jump into some Roswell, and forget how awful the world is. If you would like to watch this reaction unedited, I have now started on Patreon, posting all of my reactions in their unedited form up on Patreon. So if you'd like to check that out, please do. And yeah, I'm very excited to get back to figuring out what happened to Alex and so much else, but Alex is my stress. And I have this feeling that from the little bits and snippets I've seen of, like, not actual spoilers, but people talking about their predictions for the rest of the season, etc., is that it's not going to be resolved quickly. So yeah, let's go. Do remind me. Oh, do remind me, because I need to know what's happening. I need him to be saved immediately. Okay, wow, we've saved Alex. Brilliant.
Mechanisms of tissue regeneration.
Then I apply.
Yeah, so he was someone that understood the science part. It's weird seeing this flashback. Mind the worm and the food! Children talk to each other or help each other and be together and find out that Alex is missing, because he is, and of course, yeah, he's taken as much of that as he can. I need them to be doing this together, not apart.
How did you get in here? Are we really still asking that question? You told us to meet. I stayed at Maria's. She's still processing everything. How?
Liz, stop lying!
This cardio exactly new.
Because what if he knows Maria's with Michael?
Has anyone tried reaching out to Alex, see if there's a butyrical connection with Project Shepherd? He's off the grid at an Air Force recruitment
Of
thing.
course,
We'll ask
yeah.
him when he's back in town, but
He's not off the grid. Why would he have turned his phone off completely?
She lived until 1997.
Oh, he gets to tell him. Oh.
You think she was all right?
Oh.
Happy.
Oh.
She knew how much you loved her. Please stop talking.
Oh. I need these two to hug at some point because they are family. Yes! Oh my god, yes! It's got blood on it. It's got blood on it because Alex had it. It didn't have blood on it when Alex had it. Alex is missing. Something's happened to Alex. Go find Alex. Find Alex. Find Alex. Just, I'm sorry. Hello guys. Go find Alex. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Got connections.
That's sweet. I'm scared that because he's looked up the drug, that he's now been, like, targeted by the creepy government agencies or agencies.
So, if you need anything, I need Rosa's sketchbooks. Oh, upstairs through the kitchen. My dad will show you.
Yeah, Rosa's sketchbooks. For her to have. Totally old sketchbooks.
Seriously?
Diego. I don't like that they're all lying to each other. I love Michael being concerned for Alex. It's like the one silver lining in this terrible situation. I wish it had happened here because Alex has security cameras everywhere, my poor child. You have no right to be in this house. Yes, Michael. Yes, Michael.
Made it to Andrews Air Force Base last week.
I do not trust this man.
Your kinder, gentler, bigot scumbag thing isn't gonna work with
Nope. Good.
Good.
Once we're on the same side.
Do not believe
We
that.
both want Alex back. So yeah.
You want him back to use him if you were being genuine.
I didn't really read anything. I'm trying this new thing where I don't follow every selfish impulse. But you still looked. What are you looking for?
Not every selfish impulse, just a lot of them.
Myself.
Kyle, has something bad happened?
I was suspended from work today.
Or did they find out
I was
about
accused
what he was
of
doing?
stealing hospital resources for personal use. You can't ask Alex. He's out of town.
Alex is missing, my children. Go find him.
Look, I'm
Michael needs to
just
tell
trying to
people about
figure out
this.
people.
Because what if someone, like, took Michael too?
I hate having a conscience.
Yeah, but you're a good man and we love you.
You are gonna change everything.
Liz. You are, but you need to talk to Max and everyone about it if you're using the alien stuff.
Just tell me what your secret experiment is.
I'm scared that, like, because he looked up this drug, that maybe he got
Hypothetically.
contacted and blackmailed or whatever. Alex, can we go and find Alex, please?
Which is an alien.
Alien military.
Michael needs to tell other people about Alex.
I know.
They should all be
It's a
looking.
long shot, but that's all I
I'm
have right
about
now.
to fly to Roswell to look myself.
Load up the stolen equipment so you can return it. She's not using it.
Well, we don't have to do that.
Oh,
I mean, you
does Kyle know she is using it? Of course.
Right? So, you know, just get in there.
Max.
and it'll go easier.
Liz, this is why you tell him. Oh. I hate Jesse. I hate him so much, and I do not trust him.
He's safe and sound.
Fuck
I know how
you.
concerned you are about his safety. Is that why you had him locked in the basement? You kidnapped him first, Pops. What do you want from him anyway?
You're gonna hand him over to me right now.
No.
So he kidnapped him
This
first.
time I outrank you, and I haven't granted.
You had him in your basement?
Uh-huh.
Well, you took him last week after you got that piece of alien tech from me?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
You are barely human!
Yep.
Ooh, and I fell in love with your son.
Oh.
And I didn't feel superior anymore.
Oh.
I am angry. Alex has evolved past that.
Yeah.
He's past you.
Alex has. Oh, God.
He's past me. Despite you.
Oh. Michael loves him so much.
Shoving that means man crap down his throat. He still
You tell him.
loves. He even loves you.
Because he's too good for this world.
You don't deserve to call him your son.
You don't, you piece of shit. I can't wait for Jesse Maines to die. Painfully.
We do this right now. We got nowhere.
Oh, he doesn't want Max. He's trying to stop Max finding out the hard way.
Bad memories.
I hate Alex, my love. Right, his dad kidnapped him and then his brother kidnapped him. I just want to kill everyone.
So what does Flint, Maine do officially for the
Yes, let's go investigate Flint, Maine right now. Flint, Maines. He has Alex.
Specialist.
I've said too much.
You have. I don't trust Diego. I want to because he's perfect and lovely.
You're not delusional.
And
Elizabeth Holmes
I don't
was
think he's like
delusional.
evil.
Whoever's funding Generex isn't super concerned about FDA guidelines.
Oh, so is that who he
They're
works
above the
for?
red tape. Look, you can start saving the world.
Does he work for some dodgy corporation?
I have to be this perfect daughter of a perfect.
No wonder she left
I
him.
do, because the imperfect daughter.
I will unveil the most astonishing
Oh
alien
dear.
artifact I've seen in all my years of collecting.
Is it Alex's artifact? Is Flint trying to prove it's real or something? Oh no. This piece of shit. Oh god, I'm stressed. I love you, sweetheart, okay? Yes! Oh my god. Michael, I don't think you're doing this on your own, my dearest love. Hello, my other love, but I need Alex,
This
okay?
is the
I really enjoy their friendship, like their dynamic. I think it's going to be somewhat healing for both of them.
And I see him in our daughter's eyes. Sometimes
This woman blaming everything on her children and other people.
child again.
Oh, I hate her so much.
So much all these years.
I'm sorry, Rosa. Oh, Rosa. Give her a hug right now because I can't.
And I guess I just
Oh, Rosa, you're
feel
so
like it's worth
sweet.
saying that
I
wish
love
I
Rosa
might
so
a little bit
much.
Hi. Namira. Cuídate. Te llamo
Oh
más tarde.
god.
That you, Chad Hinkle, were on track to miss your monthly quota when you violated the Fourth Amendment by yanking my dad out of a hospital. Hey, that's just from Google.
You listen, bitch.
No.
What?
You want to destroy
Yeah.
my family over a bogus vandalism charge? Why do we have to be perfect to deserve
Yeah.
to exist within some arbitrary border? Why is it okay for you to screw up?
I'm with Liz every single asset.
You're right. The acting director of U.S. Customs and Immigration Enforcement literally came to my birthday party. He's a friend of the family. And so is she.
Day, Miss Orteco.
You fall off a cliff, bastard.
Oops.
Fine.
No one should have to deal with this.
We're looking for anything related to the cameras.
And Alex.
Check into everything, under everything, behind everything.
But Alex.
Check everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna be broken record first this episode. Alex deserves so much better.
Helene, is that you, baby? Well, if it is, please come home.
So she never went
I love
home.
you so much.
Oh yeah, of course. Flint is right involved. And where's Alex? Oh god.
Anyone ever tell you you smell like rain?
So many people.
What to do with all that money we left behind? You.
I just want to pay for her to stay in rehab until she
I want to be
feels
better
happy.
too. The more that I learn about Louise.
Oh god. Oh god, Michael. Michael would do anything for Alex.
Time is over, sweetheart. This is the
Ooh.
perk of being. You know, I was a good kid. I wanted to be an agricultural engineer. Maybe have a couple kids. Your brother Gregory is living a peaceful life teaching kids.
Gregory is everything. We love Gregory. Team Gregory. Team Alex, obviously.
Traitor.
Fuck you.
He'll be court-martialed when this is over.
So he's still alive.
Oh.
Giving you a note. And
Oh,
to
God.
Alex because I knew it was the best way to get you to cooperate.
Oh my god.
Alex will be fine.
This is like a
As long as
nightmare
you
out of a
do
fan
what I
fiction.
say.
This is literally a nightmare out of a fan fiction.
Make my day any worse, Alex will die knowing you are the
It's your
reason.
little brother, you piece of crap. Michael, this is where you tell people what's happening. I hate this so much. I want to kill you. I want to just punch him off a cliff.
You really don't need to stick around. I don't want to keep you from your life. Did you get my messages?
Michael's in trouble and Alex is in trouble. Can you
Progress
to them?
Arturo's case?
Good night, guys.
So much energy bubbling inside of me. I'm going to die.
I know Maria left yesterday. I saw her and Mimi off on the wild pony.
You back to life, and now I don't want to go back to work.
They needed this conversation as much as I feel like it's going to destroy them for a while.
Really screwed.
Kyle, he does always want to do the right thing. I love
I
him.
wish you'd.
Show up for your shift tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, the thing about dying, your dad's willing to do whatever it takes to make you happy. And I don't want you to lose your job. I'm still mad at you.
She can recognise that he's trying to do the right thing as
will.
much as he can. See, this is the kind of stuff I like, but all of her crazy right-wing stuff when she's literally worried about her dad paying for healthcare is
So
ridiculous.
this is just about Kyle's girlfriend. And then it's over?
Never gonna be over.
Cure her.
And then that information falls into the wrong hands?
It won't, because it's in my hands.
But sweetheart, you
Max,
can
I
never
love
be
you. I
100%
love your
certain
family.
of that.
I'm asking you to trust me with this.
No, you're not asking me anything. You haven't asked me
It's
about any of
true.
this.
That's what
She
they
got
should have
caught in
done.
a
I
storm
love
of
her,
lies.
but she should have
Yes,
told
it
him.
sucks. Decisions.
Are you angry at me for bringing your
They
sister
needed
back?
to have this fight as much as it's awful.
Well, there is new information.
Okay, yes, tell me. Did they find a message from
Found
Michael?
this on Michael's
So they know that Flint has Michael because Michael's doing whatever he says because he has Alex. This is like too much.
This is Elena's handwriting. They're working together.
What the fuck? What's the actual fuck? I knew I hated that woman. Oh, Michael, my sweetheart.
Hola, Michael.
Oh, I hate this woman so much. I knew I hated this woman.
Why?
Oh god.
It's a special drug developed at Caulfield. It won't harm you at all. But you won't be able to use any telekinetics until it wears.
I want to see Alex.
Oh god.
You will. After you build me this bomb.
Oh my god, what the fuck did she want a bomb for? What the fuck is this show? I hate this show. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this. Okay, so you know what I thought of this episode? I knew from people talking on Tumblr that we were going to get like Michael being all like mission oriented trying to save Alex. I did not think that I was going to basically end up with both of them being abducted on boat. Like this is literally like a nightmare out of a fan fiction. And like, I don't mean that in a bad way whatsoever. Like, it's a realistic plotline from a fanfiction. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you read happens in fics, and you're like, how will I ever survive it? And now they're making me go through it in reality. Okay, I'm gonna try to put everything else. Liz, she's one of my favourite characters. Like, she's my third or my fourth favourite character. Rosa sometimes goes up and down. I love her dearly, but this whole season I have been worried about her because I can totally understand where she's coming from with her desire to use this knowledge and this science. Because if at your fingertips you have something that could save thousands and millions of lives, of course you're going to want to use it, even though it could endanger some other people's lives. The biggest issue I have, and have always had, and it was the one Max had, is that she didn't talk to Max. And I know she didn't talk to Max because I don't really know why. Because, I mean, I guess to begin with she was worried about his heart or whatever, and she thought he'd be angry and he'd say no, but she needed to, especially because they were in a relationship. And in a way, I don't think this is like end of the line for them by any means. I think that like they need to work through this. But it is too dangerous in a way. Like, I totally understand it, but Liz would never use it to harm them. But, you know, people are getting abducted left, right and centre. What would happen if a bad guy took Rosa and then was like, oh, or her dad, and was like, give me your research and tell me how you got it or else I'll kill them. You know, she would probably do what they said. So it's very stressful to me. Just because I can understand that Liz is someone that has always been a bit blinded by science and by her desire to solve the puzzle and to get to the end, and she's got this opportunity in front of her, and that worries me. It also worries me having Diego in town because he's very much encouraging that side of Liz, which if it was on a non-alien related project would be fine. I hate that she didn't tell Max, and I hate that he found out without her. I mean, of course he was going to find out without her because that's how TV shows work and how life works. When if you keep something from someone, eventually they do find out. So that was very hard to watch. It was kind of necessary, and then her bringing up like him saving Rosa without talking to her, like, yeah, maybe he should have told her, but I guess Max was thinking I mean, Max was kind of high on having killed Noah, so he wasn't entirely thinking. But if he had told her, I'd like to go and try and save your sister, and then it had failed, having to then face her would be worse than if he just went, tried to save Rosa, didn't work, and so then he could bring Liz and be like, yeah, we found her in a pod. Kind of, I guess, was his motivation there, but the two things are quite different. And so I'm not hugely happy with her with that fight. But then that's one of the things I've loved about this show, is that pretty much all of the characters have done something, some less than others, that you find irritating, but that makes them realistic. They do things and say things that you don't agree with, but people you love doing things, say things you don't agree with. And like, I think Liz is in no way become a terrible person or anything, but I am worried about where this path's going to take, especially if she maybe gets persuaded to take the money from the Gen X or whatever, and I just do not trust this Gen X thing. I feel like they're probably working with Flint. Okay, they're not, but you know, they're probably evil. So then we have Kyle potentially losing his job. I'm glad that Steph is going to finally be useful for something. No, I'm joking. It's just literally, if they hadn't made Steph a crazy right-wing person, I would be, you know, very much liking Steph, but they have, and I have no time for her. I don't want her to die, but after that she can just disappear. So yeah, I'm glad that she's helping Kyle keep his job, and that hopefully he can give the stuff back. Though if he does give the stuff back, that is going to make Liz even more likely to accept a grant to do what she wants to do, because she won't have the supplies anymore. So I'm very stressed about this. Diego seems like an amazing, perfect guy. I like that, again, we saw that she didn't just leave him out of the blue when nothing bad had happened, you know. They had a fight, basically, and in that fight, he didn't act like a perfect angel person, which, of course, they're having a fight. I'm not blaming anyone for that, but I kind of like that we saw that things weren't just rosy and perfect when she left him, which I think will probably be what's helped him recover from it, because he can kind of think, okay, well, yeah, we made mistakes. But that was a lot, and the ICE agents, especially given the news at the moment, just makes your blood boil. And I think what makes it worse is that maybe in the past, when watching shows, I would have in no way been trying invalidating Liz's experience, or that ICE agents were horrible, but I might have thought, you know, maybe I don't think in public they'd be quite that awful. In public, they would be quite that awful while being filmed, as we now know. So yeah, that was just awful to watch, and I really hope Diego manages to get them fired at the very least. But that was very stressful. I want to trust Diego. Basically, I would trust Diego entirely, apart from this Gen X thing. It sounds very ominous. And I'm mildly concerned that by looking into the butanol, whatever it's called, that drug, maybe he triggered some warnings and then he could be being used or targeted by some organisation or something. But that is very stressful. Also, Rosa loving rehab, really just going for it in rehab is something that I love. I think what this show should do, and what it would be brilliant if it does do, is if it manages to show a success story with Rosa in terms of her addiction. Now with that, I'm not saying that she should never ever struggle again, never have a wobble, because addiction is a lifelong illness. It doesn't go anywhere. You learn to control it, you have coping mechanisms, you reach a place where you're able, like people manage to stay sober, but it's not like she's going to get magically cured. But I think hopefully, you know, she's committed, she wants to do it, she has people that love her and looking out for her, she's part of this whole little family that we've got now. I really, really think that the fact as well that she was willing to share with Isabel that dark, awful memory is so important to me, and I'm so thankful that we get to see that, and that Isabel is willing and able to help pay for her to stay in the rehab as long as she needs. And like, I mean, I want Rosa back in the show all the time, so she needs to finish rehab quickly, but on the other side of me is very, very glad that she is committing to this and that it means so much to her, because I think that is when it will be useful. Whereas when you're kind of forced into rehab and you don't want to go, I guess that's when you're less likely to find it useful. Whereas if you've chosen to go and you want to go and you're working and fighting for it, that is brilliant. I also really enjoy her friendship with Isabel. I would ship them, potentially, if there wasn't the ginormous, like, there's like a 10-year age, okay, it's like 8-9 years age gap, and that is too much. Like, Rosa at the moment is still basically a kid, and the rest of them are adults. Like, no, not right now at least. I'm trying to think, I don't miss anything before I get to like the key thing. I like again that we saw that boy working in the kitchen, that young man. I don't know his name, I can't gauge ages, I don't know whether he was like a high schooler working there who was cooking, so he's probably an adult. And then Liz kind of going to him, I say, just leave now. Like, I think it really highlights the fact that for so many people that is their everyday life, and he is doing nothing wrong apart from working in a kitchen, working for a living, you know, contributing to America. I am not the right person to talk in length about that, but I just find the whole concept of that plotline so sickening because it's so accurate and so realistic. Like, I wish it was some exaggerated, over-the-top version of life in America, and it isn't. I'm just trying to, I will obviously get to the plotline that's making me want to jump off a cliff myself. I keep talking about pushing Jesse Maines and Flint Maines and Helena Orteco, all of them off the cliff, and now I just want to die. I love at the moment with Sanders and Michael, I love that he showed him the picture of Louise and that he was able to kind of connect with him about it. I love that Michael and Sanders are almost like saying they love each other and that they're like acknowledging it, but in such a man, like stereotypical man way of like, sup bro, and that means like I love you. So I think that's really important, and I'm actually really excited to see more potentially of Sanders over the course of the show. I'm just so excited, like I just love that relationship so much, and Michael's concerned when he thought maybe he'd hurt Sanders. So then we come to Jesse Maines. Now I don't trust this man for a second. I mean, we know for a fact he's not half as injured as he's claiming to be. We know from what Michael said that he told Alex that he got those symbols from his uncle when he was a kid, but Michael knows that that doesn't work because the napkin's too recent, etc. So we know that we've already had a lot of proof that he is using Alex and manipulating Alex. We know that he initially kidnapped Alex. He was the one that hit him over the head and kidnapped him. Like, excuse me? What was, like, why was he keeping him in a basement? What was his plan? And then Flint just came and took, like, Alex is so much better than being multiple times kidnapped. Like, why is everyone kidnapping Alex? Was Jesse going around trying to save Alex because he wanted to re-kidnap him? Like, I need to know what Jesse's plan was, first and foremost. Because he is someone that I think is a little bit also a loose cannon. I mean, Project Shepherd doesn't have funding. He's maybe now finding out that potentially his great uncle that he absolutely loved was actually, you know, nice, cared about aliens, which is interesting. He can maybe believe that Michael truly does love his son because of the way Michael talked to him. I'm so glad that Michael finally, someone told him what piece of shit he was and how wonderful Alex is and how he doesn't deserve him and how Alex has managed to be beautiful and perfect despite him. And I love Alex so much. I love Michael so much. I'm not okay. And so then we just have to exist like this. So I need to know what Jesse's horrible plan was, and I mean, was he going to try and use Alex to get to Michael or something? And then Flint obviously found out he kidnapped his brother and then took him himself. Like, oh, Alex just doesn't deserve this. And, you know, part of me is almost glad that we haven't seen much of Alex because I'm bloody stressed. And, like, Flint saying he'll be court-martialed. I mean, why? Fake charges? Because sleeping with an alien, I mean, surely there aren't many people that know about that. Or, you know, like, taking alien technology. Like, I don't think anything that he's done helping the gang would count because I don't know. So that's stressful, but I hate the concept of maybe Alex being in the basement that his dad had and then seeing his brother come to rescue him and then his brother just kidnaps him too. Like, I just need Flint to die. Gregory is a shining, beautiful light. I love Gregory. The fact that Gregory is pure and wonderful and Alex can have one brother that's good and then there's another brother out there somewhere in the ether, but I do not trust this brother because I do not trust any of them until they prove themselves good to me. Then finding out that Helena had not gone home. Now, I definitely thought she was a character we'd see again, but I didn't necessarily think it would be this quickly or in this way. Like, what is she doing? Why is she, like, I'm very excited and intrigued to figure out more about why she's working with Flint. Now, the fact she talked about Rosa at that meeting, I mean, first of all, blaming somebody else for your addiction, including your child, is disgusting. And the fact that Rosa heard that is just heartbreaking all over again. But so she wanted the box. Now, I know my friend Sarah mentioned that the fact that she was willing to give the ring back but kept the box, like if I stole a ring in a box and someone was like, give me it back, I would just give it back, where she kept the box. Makes me wonder if there was something hidden in that box that she needed, which is very possible, I think, especially given that they discarded the box once they got it. But why is she working with Flint? How is this a thing? Like, she's a parent age, he's one of the kids, like he was in Rosa's year at school. What is Flint's role with her? Why is she there? Obviously she never went home, but why didn't she? Is that the real reason she came back? Did she come back because she'd figured out about aliens? Like, or, you know, I'm very intrigued and angry about exactly what that terrible piece of shit woman has to do with this show, to do with what's happening. And I'm so worried for Alex. Like, this is just such an awful situation. And then Michael, I wish he told someone earlier in the episode that something was up. And I love him just willing to fight, willing to do anything for Alex because he knows Alex is someone, you know, no one deserves to be kidnapped or hurt, but Alex deserves it so little because he's such a pure and good person, and he, despite everything life has thrown at him, he manages to be so good. And I love him so dearly. Like, Michael is my favourite character, but Alex, I think I might have joint favourite characters. Like, I love them both so much. Probably at the moment, Alex is a 0.001 below Michael in terms of my favourites. And just that desperate, that rage, that terror that he might have lost to Alex. I mean, okay, sure, right now I do believe he loves Maria and he's with Maria. I'm in no way trying to invalidate that relationship by any means, but it's so, he just loves Alex so much, and Alex represents so much, like in the same way that Alex said to him and broke everyone's hearts last episode that he needs something to give him a reason to stay. I think in so many ways, from what he said this episode as well, Alex is what showed him that it wasn't just his little family, that he couldn't just love Michael, Max and Isabel, he could have Alex, that humans were good and could be kind and pure and could be worth something when he'd only had a lot of, like, I mean, being abused as a child, you're gonna think, and that kind of being your main outlook on the world, and then going to school and there being bullies around, you're not going to have a particularly favourable view of people. So I love that Michael was honest about, like, him thinking that his race was maybe just better, and then he met Alex, and Alex showed him all that was good in the world, and he just loves him so much, and it's still so apparent. And oh god, the look on Flint's face when he was like, you're gonna do exactly what I say or else I'll hurt Alex, just made me want to die. Why is this happening to my two favourite characters? Like, why? How dare you? Make it stop. And then fucking Helena Ortega walks in and then just Michael needs a little bomb for her. Like, what's happening? I need to know where Alex is. I need to find Alex. Can I just, somebody save me please, because oh, you know, I actually think this episode is worse. Like, last episode I was screaming at the world, like, how dare you make me wait a week? How could you do this to make an extra week? And now I'm like, well, at least it wasn't this time, because I think it almost would be worse this time. The one silver lining is that Isabel and Rosa found the note. They know that Helena Ortega is involved, and they know that Michael has, if they cannot get track of him, that he has most likely gone to that meeting and has been gone with them because they have Alex. And I'm fucking stressed, but I'm sorry, I'm not okay. Like, Michael is in such an impossible situation right now because what do they want the bomb for? Is it the anti-alien bomb? Because he would sacrifice himself, I believe, truly, in a heartbeat for Alex, but would he sacrifice his siblings for Alex? And would that kill Rosa too? Would Helena still want to kill Rosa? I mean, she hates her, it would seem, because she's a bitch. But like, oh, I need the season to end with Jesse Maines being dead, with Flint Maines preferably being dead, and with Helena Ortega being dead. And I doubt I'm going to get all three. Oh, I mean, life in prison is what I'd want, but none of them are going to get that. So this, I genuinely, like, I'm really, like, I'm not processing the situation Michael is in right now and the situation Alex is in right now. My brain is short-circuiting. And if every single character is not focused on this in the next episode, I'm going to be very, very sceptical. If any of them, I suppose maybe Kyle doesn't know. So if no one tells Kyle, maybe Kyle could not be involved in it. Or same with Maria, but like, they all need to be focused on this. It's essential because two people are in danger. God knows what they're going to make Michael do. And then what they're going to, I mean, they hate aliens, don't they? So they're going to kill him or turn him over to someone or do something awful after that. Like, I'm bloody stressed. I did not sign up for this. I did not ask for this. Thank you, Roswell, New Mexico, for destroying my life. So yeah, this was beyond stressful. Thank you for watching. Oh, and if you'd like to watch the uncut reaction of my dying stress, do please go to Patreon. It will be there. So yes, thank you for watching me die. I can't wait for next week.